These are a couple things I highly recommend that you guys get if you don't have them. One is going to be lifters. Why? Because as we'll see in our mobility section, if we have any mobility restrictions, the Olympic lifters, as you can see, is a little higher heel. So what it's going to do, it's going to be a little bit better on our stress of that range of motion flexibility in our ankles. It's going to allow our knees to track over our toes a little bit better, bring our hips over our heels, which is going to be very, very important into being able to keep our chest up high. And it's going to give you a more solid foundation for control and stability. If you're going to take Olympic lifting seriously, which I highly recommend you do because it's kind of like a foundational movement of CrossFit, I would say get those. Second one is going to be straps. So with straps, what this is going to allow us to do is just like squats lead into our cleans and our snatches. If you can catch it, or if you can squat it, and you can catch it, then you should be able to finish that lift, right? In that kind of concept. This is in this way is gonna help you get more comfortable under load from the ground. So whether we're taking a snatch, or like trying to build up our comfortability and loading with working on a heavier pull, this is gonna help you do it without taxing your grip. So working from the hang, these are really, really awesome. And if you want to know a little bit more about these, I'll talk to you after class. No, these are just leather. Leather is the best one. Or vinyl, or what is it? The nylon material. Those are the webbing. Those two materials are the best ones. Wrist wraps. I've had these specific ones I've had since like 2012. These have been with me everywhere. And sometimes I forget they're on and I take showers with them, or I'll go to restaurants with them. You forget they're on. They're super comfortable, but the best thing about it is, how many of you guys have your wrist hurt when you lift? Okay, so what it's gonna do, the nice thing about it is it's going to help, it's good for doing the gymnastics mixed with the barbell. One, because you can tighten it really easy, and that's gonna give you that durability of the wrist. Going in the overhead when we're doing heavy weight, but then in the same time you can just twist it and release that tension, and that'll give you that flexibility and range of motion for, say, if you had to do something like handstand walks. It's proven fact that it can add 5 to 10 pounds to any of your lifts. And why? And that's just because we tend to bend the elbows in the extension, and if we can get our wrists in line, we have a better drive force, right? And that's something that we're going to talk about too when we're snatching tonight. You don't see fighters punching like this, right? Everything's in line, so kind of same concept. Outside that, collars. I highly recommend these. I love these OSO clips. These things are awesome. The reason, because I'm OCD when it comes to lifting. And not only do all my plates have to be the same color, the same weight, obviously the same direction. You know, if you've noticed on the comp plates, one side has the little screws on it and the other one's like smooth. I have to have the smooth portions on the outside of both. And that comes just to the mentality of understanding that I've got like balance and equality throughout my weight distribution. Anything that I can do to like help my mindset into lifting, which we'll talk about more later, is going to make me a better lifter. So these OSO clips keep the weights on the barbell super tight. So over multiple reps, you don't have to keep fidgeting with it and pulling the weights in. You just clip this thing on and the weights stay. It only comes off when you unclip it. They're awesome. Outside that, I think that's pretty much it. Getting some good elastic thumb tape. Johnson & Johnson pre-wrap tape works really, really well. I don't recommend like regular athletic tape because that's not stretching elastic. And when you're hook gripping, which if you guys don't do that or know what that is, I'll explain that a little bit later. It can cut the circulation off of your thumb and cause major swelling and bruising. Any questions about any of that stuff? Okay, cool.